What's up guys, Jesse and Melissa here with Adventure Endeavor. We hope you are doing well, and today we are in Needles, California at Pirates Cove Resort.
This is the first time in a very long time that we have camped anywhere with hookups.
Yes, we're very excited. We haven't had hookups in an extremely long time. But before we get started on this video today, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button at the end if you enjoy it, and don't forget the notification bell. This video, we plan on telling you guys how to hook up your rig at a full hookup site. Well, we're gonna do our best because we haven't done this in almost a year. So we're gonna show you step by step. I do wanna let you know that it's extremely windy outside, so we're gonna do our best with the audio, and we're just gonna hope for the best, you know? And right off the start, what you want to do is you want to make sure you get in your site. Like, that's pretty important.
Yeah, identify the proper site number, and then identify where the pedestal is, so you know that when you're backing up, you are aligning in your rig properly.
You need to make sure your slides fit, just like hooking up in a boondocking spot. Not just like hooking up, just like setting up in a boondocking spot. You want to make sure that your slides will have plenty of room, and you want to make sure that you are close to your sewer. Those are kind of the main things. Our spot right now that we're looking at, and Melissa will show you in a minute, is extremely sandy. So we're actually going to engage four-wheel drive on the truck to get into this spot. But yeah, so first step is back into your spot and get everything lined up.
So we have this nice little shady spot right here. We're going to try to get our kitchen slide, which is the bigger slide on this side, driver's side, into the shade as much as possible, because it's going to be about 100 degrees this week, and we want to try to get as much shade on the refrigerator so it stays cool and keeps our food at a safe temperature. That's good.
Pro tip, because we're pros, you guys know that by now if you've been on this channel.
We're not pros.
We're not pros. But anyways, last year we were here and it was like 120 degrees out, and our fridge was struggling to keep stuff cold. So we got lucky this year that we have this tree, so we went ahead and parked with it in the shade, and that will cut the temperature down by probably close to 15 degrees. So that'll just really help overall to let the fridge run a little bit easier, a little bit nicer. And you can tell the spot is extremely soft, which is fun, but it was fine with the four-wheel drive. Do we have enough room to put the patio down if we want to?
I think we do. Most
likely we won't do it because it's gonna be so hot.
I know. So normally we'd want to align our sewer with the drain as closely as possible, but we're not worried about that this time. We're going to make it work because we're more concerned about having the shade on the kitchen slide.
Yeah, on the refrigerator, but this will work fine. Yeah, I don't think it'll be an issue. That's something to look out for when you're doing full hookups. So you're going to want to drop your trailer just like normal. We have another video on that we'll link here for setting up your trailer to make sure it's level and you have room for your slides and just kind of everything to look out for. All right guys, so first thing we like to do with a full hookup is start with our surge protector. They're extremely important. We like this one because it does have a lock to lock them up, because these puppies are not cheap. It is the SSP 50XL, so it's a 50 amp. It tells you when your surge protection is on, tells you if it has the correct wiring, and it tells you a few other things, if it's reverse polarity, if it has an open neutral, or if it has an open ground. So it gives you a lot of details, and it's lockable, so super nice. All right, so I always like to start with the breaker off, and then I plug in my surge protector. Nice solid connection, and then flip the breaker on, good, up, and then come down here and confirm. So we have green on, so surge protection is working. And we also have blue on with the red off, so it's the correct wiring. So this is telling me that everything is working correctly. So now we're good to go ahead and plug the rig in, and the rig will be protected. We will link this below in case you guys need to pick one of these up to keep your RV safe. All right, so we got our 50 amp plug. And if you're not familiar with these setups, basically you push it in, it can only go in a certain direction, and then you give it like a quarter turn. It's hard to tell, but right here it says turn one way to lock, the other way to unlock, and then it has a safety ring at the end that threads on to hold it on. This is very secure, very firm. I'm happy with it. I don't know why it's cocked up this way. I feel like when they installed it, it should be going down this tail, but it's on there, it's firm, it's secure. I'm happy with it. Let's go on to the other side. All right, so we originally checked to make sure the pole was good with the surge protector, but before we plugged everything in, I shut this breaker off. Now our whole line is completely plugged in. We know the pole is good, so then we're gonna go ahead and flip our breaker on. Cool, all the lights are still good, which is great. Now the rig should be powered and we can go in and just double check. All right, so we're inside and this is how we personally check on our rig, and it's showing full. So that means we're completely hooked up and we got all the power we need.
Okay, next step is getting the AC turned on for the dogs because it's friggin' 100 degrees out and midday, so. Oh, hear that kick on?
All right, there you go, puppies.
Yeah.
Let's go finish and then we can come chill once we're done. Unfortunately, this sewer drain is not designed perfectly well. So I normally like to screw this in whenever possible, but unfortunately it's hitting. So I think that's why people have rocks here, because they're doing one of these chingaderas, you know?
Holding it.
They're doing that to hold it in place. So you put this on this side and then you take your sewer pipe, pretty simple. And we're gonna hook our sewer pipe up, take the cap off, hook the sewer up so we have full connections. We're a little close, but it's okay. Like you said, we were kind of cheating our trailer so we could have the refrigerator in the shade because we knew that was an issue. We got our sewer Slinky. You can notice that it's taller on this side over here. It's taller to create some fall. Unfortunately, this is not set up perfectly ideal. I might have to move some of this sand out to get a nice flow so everything drops down nice and easy, but these things are pretty nice. You're just trying to fan it out evenly, and the whole point is to make it flow down gently. Pretty simple. So I think we need to be a little higher over here, and then you kind of just work at it and just kind of look at the flow and make sure it's spread out nice and evenly. And that's kind of it for your sewer. As far as opening your tanks, there's a lot of different opinions on that. So we personally are gonna leave our black tank pole closed and then we'll dump it as needed, which we probably won't need to. My parents are gonna be staying with us. We still won't need to, so black tank closed. We are gonna leave the kitchen closed as well, but we will leave the shower open because there's 4 of us taking showers. We don't wanna worry about that. The reason we leave the kitchen closed is so that we can use that water later on to clean out the line if need be. And our tanks are plenty big and I'm not worried about it.
Why is the reason that we are leaving the black tank closed?
Because you don't want to get a poosicle or a poo pyramid.
Oh, gross!
Poo pyramid.
So basically you want to have water in your tank and at the bottom, so when you go poo, and you can even leave a chemical in there, which you should. If there's no water, the poo is gonna drop down to the bottom of the tank, splat, and it's gonna stick. And it's gonna do that over and over and over again. Obviously, you'll be putting some water in when you go number 2, but it might not be enough. So I always recommend treating it like you're boondocking. Put a chemical in there, put a couple inches of water at the bottom, leave it, and then you can pull it once a week or whenever you need to, whenever your tank is showing full. So our last step is our water connection. We just use one of these inline filters. So we're gonna screw it on to the spigot side. No big deal. And then this was something new I grabbed. If you guys have any advice on something better, let me know. This is pretty simple, but the only thing I don't like about it is you have to unreel it all the way in order, because the hose gets flat. So then I just kind of go like this. I just unreel it. It's a long hose. It's you know, when you're full-time, you can't have 7 different hoses. Set that aside, and then you just hook up your water connection. So this is our water connection here. We like having one of these right angles, and then we have this hole. I think most newer rigs have it. So you're gonna run your hose up from the bottom. That way you can close this bay. You're gonna thread it on, and you're just gonna turn the water on. That's it. On our rig, when we fill our tank, we have to flip this lever downward But since we're gonna use full water, we just don't even touch this. We just leave it alone. So one more thing I didn't mention was before you do all of this, it's always good to leave these slides in. So you have a nice area to work with. And then once you're done, you can open your slide.
Alright guys, wow, it was super windy outside. You can see my hair is all crazy. We are putting out our kitchen slide, and then the last thing that we want to do is to switch our fridge onto electric. So auto, just kidding. Which
the trailer should know that we're hooked up to full power and it will run on electric.
And automatically run electric versus
which
propane.
It did. Yes, so it did. So it's
How
on.
do you tell? Oh, if the, okay.
And you can show them.
So we have on. So this is how we normally run it. On gas.
So yep, so we normally run gas, flick it to auto, and now it's just on and it's running on electric, which is saving us propane while we're here. Alright, well, we really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Just a very quick how to set up your trailer when you have full hookups. It's just water, power, and electric. That's just kind of how we do stuff. I'm sure people are gonna say that I did a bunch of stuff wrong, which is totally fine. But we really hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you have gotten some knowledge out of this. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe.
And hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful at all, and if you like this kind of content, please let us know.
Yeah, we will link a couple of the products for you guys in case you want to pick them up. It does help us out. But like always, thank you very much for watching, y'all.